Pegasus. This is the Pegasus Show. Thank you for joining me. It is Arcfall! Okay, let's be real here, right? Yeah, it's Arcfall, and it's a bag of crap. It's a paid arc this month. Let's not mince words. You're going to need to take out the credit card and spend the moolah. Now, thank you very much to all our glorious spenders who do actually like to spend money in the game. Can I please advise that you don't this month? Let's just show them. I stick to the absolute bare essentials. But obviously there are those who's going to want to actually have the new ship, the new primes. I've already had a question today about the Voyager refit. So, but let's jump into chat and see who we've got so far. We've got Jerry. Hi, Jerry, from my server. We've got Barkman173 giving up the signal. Yo-Yo Pets, Jerry, as usual, I won't know, don't worry. I mean, unless I actually win in today's Battle Pass giveaway, yeah, I'll be dropping the Battle Pass because I do actually want the Battle Pass because I want it for the resources and materials primarily. But we will be looking at the Battle Pass in just a moment because I do actually think the Battle Pass actually might be the best thing from this month, and that's not including the officers. So, hey, Marcus, welcome in, buddy. And Yo-Yo from Northeast Pets. I can't remember if I mentioned you at the beginning of the stream. Hey, Trek Diva, welcome into the stream, buddy. Checking in from server 87. I'm going to be guessing from that one. So, how are we all finding the art this month? I'm sure for those of you who watched my version of the patch notes this morning, I'm sure you'd have noticed I was very yeah, I wasn't much impressed with it. So, more Armadas. Yay, just what we always needed. A 19th or 20th set of Armadas. How many more do they need? And apparently, Formation Armadas are returning as an event this month as well, because I was just literally watching quickly the other content creator who's, you could say pretty much is my neighbour, Lube, who's his video on strategic planning through this month. And yeah, we've got rare and uncommon formation Armadas at least a couple of times as well. The spend weekends are going to be split down into 3 completely different spend weekends, split in between 2 epic officers and a mystery weekend. Ooh, what we're going to get for the mystery weekend, who bloody knows? This is Scopely, anything's possible. Another CC is giving away free merch. I came here to get roasted. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that'll be Lube. He's giving away some free merch from his merch store. Lube, full of nuts. Hey, Damien, welcome in, buddy. He's full of nuts and he's a brilliant guy. I will say that. I've never met the guy, but we will get bugs. Oh, yeah, we're full of bugs at the minute. Absolutely full of bugs. I mean, Jesus Christ, we've now got miners who sit on 0 nodes, but apparently to the actual player mining, it's still mining. So when you've got a node of 114,000, but yet for some peculiar reason, your hold is showing 500,000. Yeah, you're looking at some serious problems with that one. So, and I think we need to cock it up today because what I can do is I can send that poor little divorce sat over there out to a node where, well, actually, I will end up draining the node. I'll end up with a full cargo bay, because a new little thing coming up is, if you haven't noticed yet, is when your cargo bay is now full, it actually says full. It actually says full. They've returned it. Hey, Chris, welcome into the stream, buddy. Mystery SLB will pay out backless BPs. I bloody hope not. It's broken. Yes, the whole bloody game's broken, and it's sad to hear that server 121 of the EU servers all got their data reduced. Yes, they all got it. All their accounts went back to level 1, back to the beginning of the game, but at least they're going to get to play the game from the beginning until Scopely can actually, you know, figure out what went wrong and also recall their actual account data, because that's an awful lot of money been spent already. Server 121, I do believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I do believe is actually a day 1 server as well, who will be absolutely peed off. And am I getting buffering problems again? Please don't tell me I'm going to get Comcasted by like DJ, not DJ, like Rev does. So Hey Bob, welcome into the stream. Can you get a spot of tea? Yeah, unfortunately, I don't deliver tea. I think this beverage is going to be Scopely special. It's a bug special. So, but anyway, as per usual, for the start of Arcfall live streams, we're going to jump straight here into the launch day gift chest. Now, I've not opened any of these. Now, luckily, we don't have any planetary missions this month, but we do have some side missions and also some missions showing off the showcasing the new ship, which free-to-play players will not be able to gain for at least 3 months. Yeah, at least 3 months, because we're not getting any announcement about the new ship sourcing wise for free-to-play players until October. Scopely have done well with ships this year about giving us immediate sourcing, even if it's just one pissing blueprint every 24 hours, or in 2 separate missions. Half the missions 1 week, half the missions the following week, and you got the Talios. So they've been doing well with sourcing, and then this month, what do we get? Sorry guys, you're not going to know anything until October. Now, there's a slim picking chance that we might actually find something out, you know, on the 4th week of September, but yeah, don't count your chickens too much. You're not super excited about this arc, Damien? No, to be perfectly frank, Rev Juice has not exactly been hyping it up, and if anyone actually watched DJ's video on the patch notes for this arc, yeah, he's not very well impressed with it neither. Now, he has gone out to LA. Well, he's going out to LA today by the US time frame. I believe the Talking Trek team are flying out there to talk with Scopely. Rev's not going because obviously he's got better things to do than go have some crack some nuts and share some sherries with the team that's created such a ridiculous arc this month, which I don't blame him, in all honesty. Not a warship, so do I miss another support ship? No. Now, you see, as much as I'm going to berate this arc as much as possible this month, yeah, I am. I'm literally going to try and do a full-on burning this month. The ship itself, once you get past its loop, is actually not... No, I've never even left this little island, Bartman. I've never left this island. And at the minute, I really wish I could get out of this pissing island. The way things are going. I mean, our latest thing is our schools are literally crumbling around our kids and the teachers. And our government, they don't care. But anyway, does that actually remind you of a company that creates a game who apparently doesn't seem to care a lot about what the players say? So the British people have a good government who don't care about the people. We have a company who runs a game that don't particularly care about us and just want to break the game in as many ways as they can possibly do it. Jesus Christ, I mean, PvP change. Another pissing reset just after some of us have not even got a full strike team. I've got one. That's the Explorer. I've not got the Interceptor. I've not got the Battleship. Yeah, he has a gold carriage. I'm not surprised. The amount of money he's probably raking in. But, yeah. So, what was I on about? Yeah, so the ship itself, like I say, when you get past the loop and into its actual refinery, which you can actually start grinding for, I will recommend, if you really do want to do that refinery and get the rewards out there, which apparently, from what I've seen on some screenshots, are not shabby. They're actually quite reasonable. I would highly recommend that you start building up the stockpile of all the crap. Is a carriage pulled by camels? No, I think it's pulled by the invisible horses that only the people who have witnessed death from Harry Potter. So if you have watched the Harry Potter films, you know what I'm on about. I can't remember the name of the horses. But apparently only people who have actually witnessed death can actually see these horses. But yeah, the ship itself, yeah, it's not one that I would immediately go out and buy. I am prepared to wait and grind out the blueprints for it, unless I did actually throw in the CC's chat earlier today saying, what's the chances of us baby CC's actually getting a ship to show off? Yeah, I've not got an answer to that one, but I think we can pretty much know what that answer is going to be because we don't have an NDA, so we're probably not going to get one. But yeah, so I'll grind out the ship when it comes round, but I'm not afraid to build up the loot now. So which means when the refinery does come round, depending on what the pull rates are, I'm probably going to be able to do decent pulls, and it also depends on the cooldowns. So I can't show you the refinery. I will be able to pull some screenshots from a couple of members of my alliance who have already got the ship, they've got the refinery open, but the problem is they are G5 players, so we'll be looking at what they've got. But yeah, I'd definitely say go for the ship. Yeah. Oh, we have one Armada, so guess what? We get to run one Armada. Who? We get some shards at the officers. Woohoo! So that's going to put me 2 shards over Carol by the end of the battle pass. So, woohoo! Nice. Now, technically, I don't need these Matrix diodes because I've got enough in stockpile, so we'll just claim them all anyway. But yes, so we've got the new Armada. We will run that Armada today. I'm going to use my standard rare Armada crew. I will be going for through various crews that I've looked at today, and if you are in my Discord, you would have seen me post the screenshots of them. I have actually put it out there for the other content creators if they wanted to use it, if they've not actually run those tests yet. And I did mention the primary one that I did notice that was very effective in RevJuice's Twitch stream today, which is Battle Pass giveaway, which the very effective one that I found was Captain Janeway as captain, GG and Tal on the bridge of an explorer or a battleship. Now, I cannot stress that enough because these things are explorers. They eat interceptors for breakfast. So let me just get this ship repaired. Because I need this ship out tonight. And also, if you have Hugh as well, having him below deck will certainly make for. My 14 mil Valdor can't kill these Texas class. How do you grind these things for the ship? The blueprints for the ships are not available at current. Don't even think about it. Evening Hugo, welcome in, buddy. So don't even think about it. But what you can do is, I would highly recommend this. Now, I did try this particular loadout as well. Yeah, not as good. In fact, I believe I'm still going to have a lot of the screenshots. So instead of actually messing around loading out, flying backwards and forwards, how about we actually look at the screenshots? So I've got a load of chest stat to collect as well. So here we go. So as you can see, I took a few of them out. Right, so where was the first one that I lost to? So this was the first one I lost to, and this was the crew that Okay, yeah, so I stupidly forgot to change the crew from the Explorer Strike Team. 6 blueprints are in stock now, and I have them. 6 blueprints are in stock? Okay. Oh, one of the missions got blueprints. Ah, right, well, I've not started the missions yet. I will have a quick look at some of the missions, but we can start one tonight. So, right, now then. Now, yeah, this is a crew that I went out with, and I will just say, as you can see, I've here we go, got nothing spectacular below deck, nothing whatsoever. Went in full PMC. I didn't survive whatsoever. I got blown up. But look, I didn't do too bad actually. I'm not, as you can see, I've not actually looked at this battle log yet. I didn't do particularly too bad. Left it with about what, 20% hull. So 20-25% hull, so it wasn't particularly too bad. They are pretty strong. This was Pipe Moreau Tolan. Again, lost. Went even better with this one, but again, I still lost. So sod's law, Don't work. So then I went in with this one. And for some reason, I've only got half the hull. Now, that's not right. That's because I missed out, I believe, this one. Yeah, now, so this is the one I went in with. As you can see, I did beat the thing, and I left with around about 35-40% hull. What crew did I have on the ship? And I had Tom Paris below deck. So this is all without Hugh so far. No Hugh. So, yeah, okay. Since this was a win, we went 18 rounds. So this is what made me start thinking, well, hang on a minute, we've gone 18 rounds. What officer can I use that's actually going to give me a chance of actually beating these damn things? I was thinking, well, hang on a minute, Tal strips hull. Maybe that will be good. And if we actually look at the Sentry's hull health, well, it's 45 million. Okay, so we could potentially strip this because we've got to get past this DPR, it's isolytic damage that it produces, and get to its hull. So how about we do that? Now, obviously, as you can see, obviously I've got Janeway, so I'm kicking out isolytic damage myself. But this thing, when it does isolytic damage, it's not actually producing isolytic damage, but it does have an 8 million DPR, which is incredibly powerful. So yeah, a 14 million Valdor really is not going to cut it using standard crews. So obviously, then I went on and moved it up. Now look at the damage there, and if I move myself out of the way again, you can see how much shield I was left with. That's a hell of a lot better. But look how much hull I also took off that Sentry. I took half its hull off. And that was, and how many rounds did we take for that one? We knocked this straight down to 9 rounds. So Hugo there, you've got in, killed 74 sentries so far, 7-round combat log, Pike GG Tal. Ooh. Now, yes, obviously you got a maxed GG, so that really helps. But at a tier 3 Tal, yeah, I'm still floating on the tier 1 Tal. So 74, okay. But I tell you what, I'm going to run that crew as well. I'm going to see how good it is. But we'll cover the other crews that I also went through as well. So obviously I did a load of kills. I did an ordinary Texas class as well. Now, where I'm just trying to think where I changed over. Right, so this one's right. So here we go. So I decided to run 5 of 11 and go cargo griping. So I've got cargo below deck. I've got Tom Paris, and I've also got Hugh. So I was literally throwing as much as I could onto the Valdor, and again walked away beating this thing, not a problem. 1 extra round, which will necessitate to the extra damage that I took. But again, I still beat it. Then what did I do? I thought, you know what, for shits and giggles, let's see what. Went for the full synergy. What did I have below deck? Again, the same one I just had in the previous screenshot. So, yeah, okay, a lot more damage. Yeah. And then obviously for my final one, what did I go with? I put the Doctor on the bridge instead. Took less damage this time round. Okay, yeah, fair is. But I'm not going to be taking as much loot as the last run, because obviously I haven't got the Doctor below decks, which means I'm not getting a loot bonus or anything. So now let's quickly have a look at the loot of these things. These sentries drop 2 different types of loot. The first one is the Neuro Net chip. Now, I believe, if you've got the ship already, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that this one will get you your materials when you get the refinery open, and then this other one will get you your resources, which is the Active Net chip. So both of them are used for the refinery. So like I say, by all means, put a ship out overnight. It's going to get destroyed within 20 minutes. Never mind. But get some of these every day. Don't make it part of your daily grind. Just put the ship out to actively grind. Put the crew on. Let it go out grind. Hell, if need be, use 5 on the bridge instead of Janeway along with Tal. Let it grind it out. You don't need to worry about it. Yes, you've got the repair costs to pick up in the morning. For me, that's about 106 million titanium. But that's fine. Hopefully, we're going to get some titanium this month so I can actually offset that. But yeah, just don't bother grinding it. Just put a ship out overnight. Forget about it. Yes, like I said, you'll probably die within 20 minutes. So what? Just, it saves you worrying about the grind, and at the same time, you're building up. Yeah, now Scopely's stats, I'm not going to dispute this. Scopely's stats are going to turn around and say, oh, well, players are actually interacting with it. Yeah, look at their time zones. Break it down, look at the time zones. When are they doing it? Oh, they're mostly doing it when they're at night. Usually, most people in the UK are in bed at this time. Oh, and they're only going after the and they're only leaving the ship out for this. Oh, they're not actually playing the game. They're just auto grinding through the night. So, but then again, Scopely never looked that deep into stats. All they look at is, oh yes, all these players are interacting with it, and so it's bloody awesome. We've done a fantastic job here, guys. Pat on the back. No bonus. Oh, sorry, no. The CEO gets the bonus, doesn't he? So, right, Hugo, my pie gets GG to 100%. Burn-in with Tal with 7% becomes minus 9.8% hull each round. But trying to switch pike with... but I want to try switching pike with Janeway. Yeah, I mean, if you're getting 74 sentry kills, to be honest, I think you've actually got the better deal there. Now, it might be because Tal is there, obviously got that bigger boost. So, oh, and I forgot a tier 2 Paris below deck with 100% defense to mine mitigation. Yeah, so that's definitely going to help you. I will say that. But I'm actually willing to run that that loadout that you showed us, told us. So, yeah. Now, just quickly as well, just to show you off the Texas class as well. Exactly the same ship, but the only problem is this only has the one loot, which is the neural net. So, actually, this might be the one that gets you your resources. So, obviously, I'm not 100% sure which way around this is going to go, but hey-ho. You're going to try it with your auger. Now, there's an interesting one, Batman. Is your auger going to be successful at this? I really do not know. But I'll tell you what, right? I'll tell you what. Let's do it. Let's do it. So I've got an auger there. So let's get that off there. Whatever you do, though, don't use an interceptor. Literally, do not use interceptor. I've seen players using interceptors. I messaged a couple saying, look, don't use it. These things eat your interceptors for lunch. So, right. So, come on, swap ships. The buttons are too bloody small when it comes to a phone. Really too small. If you want to help towards me getting a PC set up, please feel free to donate to the channel. The join button is available for anyone who wants to become a member. So, right. So, I'm going to make this a little bit easier on myself. I'm going to just do that quickly. Drop 7 to below deck. Janeway goes back in. Now, I'm also going to put the extra loot on there. I'm going to put hull breach, and I'm also going to put... Oh, hang on. There's no point putting Neelix sort of below deck, because 1, he doesn't work with Tal, and 2, I've already got burning on the bridge. So, Neelix, Bomber, Tendi, Torres, Hugh, Tom. Okay, that's not a bad below deck. And Doctor. So, now I'm going to run this on my auger. Now, there are varying warp ranges. Obviously, I've got the Devore in, so we can quickly show you the warp ranges for the systems as well, if you're not familiar with them. So, it's all the way up here. As you can see, I've got 2 lovely red dots. Now, in RevStream, they were saying that this is a Texas hat. I didn't think of a Texas hat to begin with. I actually thought of like some sort of fighter ship from Star Trek. You know, like similar to what the Marquis used, or the fighters used in Deep Space Nine in the Dominion War, in like Sacrifice of Angels, was it? No, Fortune Favors the Bold. I believe that was the episode. So, yes, I mean, something like that. Peregrine Fighters. Thank you, Hugo. That'll be the one. So, yeah, Neelix is a dumb idea. Badgie. Yeah, I'm not bothered about Badgie. He'll probably blow my ship up. So, but let's send the Augur out there. Now, obviously, this is way weaker than my Valdor, but it's got more stats below. It's got more below deck. So, it's a Stetson. Yes, I could use Mariner below deck as well. So it's not another one I'm afraid to test. Obviously, this thing's going to be cheaper on repairs. I will say that much. So the problem is the flight time, because there is no hub system nearby. But while we're looking at it, so to get into it, obviously you're going to have two new systems as well. Here you're gonna have this one, which is Hilitar. So Hilitara, and way cheaper to heal. Yeah, it is way cheap. It's a type of cowboy hat. Ah, right. So that's Stetson. Hey, James, welcome in. Stetson. If I'm reading the way you've written it. Ah, right. Ah, perfect. Spot on. There we go. Look at me. A typical Englishman's finally got something right. So, but yes, you got Hilitara there. It's level 40. And obviously that is a warp range 60... system, and then you got Hesperia, yay, which again is another warp 60 system. So it's going to be a warp 60 entry all the way up to this. So again, warp 60, and as you come up here, it's warp 65. Now, if you actually try to go straight for this one, which is the warp 500, you'll see the loop it actually takes. Now, if we zoom in just a little bit more, there is no connecting line between the 40 and the 60 system. So literally it's doing a loop on itself. However, before the loop carries on, it does divert into higher warp ranges on the top of the hat. So, or as I'm going to say, the cockpit of the fighter. So I like to say it's the fighter, but yes, it does give Texas a little bit of love, and I do see the link and the logic between the Texas hat and the Texas ship. So I do see the link and what Scopely was trying to do with that one. So now here comes the Augur flying in. Yay! So I'm just thinking, that is that actually yeah, okay, yeah, it is. Oh, hello. Hey, that's even better for me. So, now, obviously, as normal when it comes to these things... Oh, that's not actually good. Right, what did I do? I can't even remember what I did with that. So, we'll go... But here we go, that's better. So, it looks like somebody's already starting one. Now, the one thing is you will be able to tell the difference at this kind of range as well. Now, James, which Doctor are you on about? Are you on about the bald-headed one, or are you on about Matt Smith? So, but yeah, as I was saying, on this kind of view, you will be able to tell the difference between the sentries and the ordinary ships by how fast they move. Matt Smith, yeah, just what I thought. And he was on about fezzes, if I remember correctly, or bow ties. So I can just picture Matt Smith right now with that one. But obviously, with how fast they move is going to be your best way. But obviously, they do take the time to catch you up. And one thing, as I've noticed as well, even when I was on the edge of the system, they seem to come from the other end of the system. So, wow. So, Jerry, you're on about a 14 mil Valdor. There you go. My Augur has just defeated. Yes, I have got a shitload of stats below deck. I will say that. But the one thing is, these stats ultimately don't actually take anything into account when it comes to Tal and Janeway and Giorgio. So yeah, once I've reached that 300%, I don't really need those extra stats. So Captain Janeway, Tal, and GG first flight 5 rounds. Let's see how many rounds I actually went with that one. Maxed Augur. Yeah, my Augur is certainly maxed. She's certainly maxed. But, yeah, again, I've ripped half its hull off. So, which means I'm 10 rounds. I've gone 10 rounds there. So, Okay, that's not particularly too bad, but again, that's going to be cheaper repairs for me. So, but next up, obviously, I'll put 5 on the bridge instead of Janeway, because obviously Janeway is going to give me my isolytic damage, and my isolytic damage, blah, blah, blah. Let me have a look. So I'm going to get isolated damage from the burning artifacts. I've got isolated damage from Janeway. Let's have a look. Isolated damage from Janeway at 10%. Got Jojo dealing burners. That's going to activate the artifact for burning. I can't remember what that's at, but it's not very big. I know that much. If you're running Janeway, that... Oh, hello. DJ's actually just messaged, and I'm just letting DJ know that so I'm just telling him that I'm on stream now. So if he wants to actually come and see that we're actually doing this on stream, we're actually looking into this, he might pop in. I don't know, but I'm just going to keep that chat up as well. You might have just seen it come across the top of the screen as well. But yeah, so I'm mostly dealing a little bit of isolytic damage. So what's that? That's so out of a 274,000, we'll say we'll take this one straight above my head here. And 61,000, so we're looking at what? 10% would be 27,000. So I'm actually looking at a fair whack of... That actually looks like a lot of isolytic damage, doesn't it? An awful lot. So let's have a look at that. 61,969 divided by 27,463. Okay, so there I'm actually getting 22% isolytic damage. Wow. Okay, so that's not bad actually. 22%. Fair dues. Now, these things don't deliver isolytic damage, which is actually kind of shocking, really, because Scopely pushing this isolytic damage on players for PvE and PvP, but yet the new hostiles they're putting in the game's not even delivering it. Where's the logic? Where is the logic on that? But yeah, so right. So the August should be back in dock by now. So what we're going to do is we're going to put, like I said, put 5 of 11 on the bridge. I'm going to send it out because obviously that's just going to give us that increased loot. So obviously the new ship, if I had the new ship, I'd be dealing with these a lot better. But we're definitely seeing some results on this one. So let's bring it in. And what we're going to do, like I said, we are going to do a solo Armada against one of these targets. So if we have a quick look at these targets as well, because obviously these are the new Armadas I brought in, the umpteenth Armada. So let's have a quick gander at these then. So what they're delivering, that's 7.2 million DPR. 7.2 million DPR. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. That's not shooting as big as those pissing sentries, is it? It's not that. Why isn't a Armada shooting less damage? Just notice they've nerfed Tal so it doesn't work on 60 plus hostiles. Really? Really? Battle report. I can't hit 60 plus. Hey Harmonica, welcome in. Attacking Texas class, not the auto-grind ones, just the standard ones, takes my shield down as if they were PvP. Yes, now, that is the other thing that I do need to mention. I don't think DJ has time to get in here. He should be on the way to the airport. Yeah, no problem. I should just mention that. Been told Tal has been nerfed for 60 plus hostiles. So just mention that to him. His activation says it won't work because it's against a hostile under 60. Oh, right. Okay. But yeah, harmonica, I'm going to go into the little bit about about the two different types of ships. So right now then, I just sent the August straight back out, didn't I? I didn't change the crew. Hey Damien, welcome in, buddy. So gotta send it all the way home. Well, anyway, when it gets here, we can send it all the way back home, and we'll go over the automatic shipyard again. Now, actually, when they did the automatic shipyard, I was fully expecting that 2-cylinder station that was in Enterprise. I literally thought that was going to be it. I didn't think it was going to be sort of close to Space Dock from Star Trek Picard Season 3. So, anyone else unable to attack a taxi class with shield staying up? Yes. Now, let's go into that. So, if we scroll in, all these specific Texas class ships are basically PvP ships. So, if you go to engage these, you will get a notification saying, well, at least you should do, that you're about to lose your peace shield. Do you really want to do this? So you've got the option. Hey, nice. He's got one of the new ships. So, but yeah, so it's a PvP ship. Now the Sentries, because they're chasing you, no, you're not going to lose your shield. However, you can actually go and attack those Sentries without losing your P shield. Just saying. So, yeah. Why they were programmed like that, I do not know. But okay, no. So, another NDA just commented about the TAL. And he says he thinks it has been in there earlier. So obviously I can't verify that because I don't really look at Tal's ability. I know it's 5%. That's all I need to know at the minute. But in his actual officer description, because obviously the guy has provided me a screenshot, it does say Tal decreases the opponent's ship's hull health by a cumulative 5% each round when it's burning versus players and hostiles level 60 and under. So, yeah, it is there. Whether it is a recent addition or it's been there for a while, I can't say for sure. They think it's been there a bit longer. So I'm actually going to take his word on that one because he knows the game a bit better than I do. And obviously he's got an NDA, so he's got access to that information. I don't. The only information I've got access to is what I see in game and what I actually get told. And it is a shit deal. It is a shit deal. But then again, they nerfed Chen, didn't they? And Talan, and Cass. So you can't use them at 52 and above. So, which again is another shit deal. Yeah, we're not going to help the players. We're just going to take it away from them. Right, so there we go. So let's send this one back in. And let's see how much extra damage I'm going to take. Hey, Lucian, welcome in, buddy. Yeah, you will. And what we'll do, as soon as it gets in, we'll show you that. We'll quickly show you that. But while we're waiting the 2 minutes, let's have a quick look at the details of this automatic station. So 7.2 DPR per round. All-round abilities for armor, shield, and accuracy. 10% chance of critical damage, and it's only 100% increase. Hey, Dave, welcome in, buddy. It's stupid, but that's scopy for you. We try something new. Yeah, exactly, Hugo. Exactly. It's always trying something new. But the problem is when they try something new, it would be better if they actually just mentioned it to the players and got their view on the matter. Hull health for this thing is 201 million, so it's got a lot of hull health, but it's not a big shooter whatsoever. So I've got a funny feeling I'm going to be able to take this thing down quite easily. But like I say, we'll have a look at that shortly. Apparently, this thing can move around as well. It's got an impulse speed of 10, so it can move, albeit very slowly, pretty much as fast as the sarcophagus used to do when it was first launched, because that was stupidly slow. But yeah, so right, another minute. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get these ships. Well, I'm not going to say manned and ready to go, but definitely ready to go. Swap ship. And get the Enterprise in. So this is... Hey, T, welcome in, buddy. You're early tonight. welcome in, bud. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to load the ones that I can up, because I know for a fact I can't do anything at the minute because 5's out on the other ship. But I'm just running my standard solo loadouts and see what we actually get. So what's it? Oh, so I can't do this one because this is my powerful ship. So I can't do anything with this one just yet. Well, I say me powerful ship, but yeah, it is what it is. That one. So that's now taken all my below deckers off the other ship. I need health on this one, don't I? And Charvanek on there. So, right, so the auger's in play. So what we're going to do, I'm going to target this one. Standard, there you go. So if you want to attack that one, it is going to cost you your peace shield. So choose wisely. Now, where is my red dot? Here he is. Now, however, I know this thing's chasing me at the minute, but yeah, if I decide to attack it, guess what? I'm not going to lose the peace shield. So I can move and go after these things. In fact, I can chase other people's sentries and not worry about my shield. How many players are freaking out about the new officers? I know I am. PvP's broken worse than the strike teams did. Yeah, it's literally, they're just... Scopely have now set a trend. In my opinion, they set a trend now that no matter what they're going to bring into the game, a few months later, another game designer or somebody else is going to create something stronger and more stupidly that's going to break that specific mechanic or that specific meta. That's what they're going to do. Strike teams are not even a year old, and they've now obsoleted them. Which is good in my view, because I'm going to get Carl Freeman by the end of this battle pass. And yeah, I might be able to at least hold my own a little bit better against the strike teams, in theory. Apparently, Scopey thinks we players use our Voyager player scans to locate bases of a Texas class farmer to raid base of an active player. Because you single scoop gets you that much resources. Scopely is definitely going to Scopely, James. Hugo, that's not a bad analysis. But if they actually looked at their data, I don't think it's still going to be pretty high, but I don't think it's going to be as high with the tracking of players' bases in comparison to people just summoning 8472. So, but I can definitely see where you're coming from. I can definitely see somebody at Scopely sitting there thinking, oh, they can look, oh, they'll go after that sentries. Also, then they'll use the active ability to track that base. They'll go and find that base, smack it, take a scoop. But they forgot about the 10-minute shield. They forgot about that. So you're still going to need a warship. You're still going to need to wait 10 minutes. That player's online. yeah, they're just going to shield. So, all going to make 1 round combat long. Yeah, PvP was already relatively quick. Hence the reason why when On a Guard Wolf came out, he was the best PvP when he came out. Because he ended that fight in less than 8 rounds. He only went 8 rounds, and then that's it. He didn't work. So all the fights usually ended within those 8 rounds. It was only like the bigger ships with the bigger hulls that went longer. And that 8 rounds made those fights just a little bit over 8 rounds. Now they made strike teams, which definitely kept it within 8 rounds. Now they've got ransom, they've got pull-ups, which is now going to, when they're actually tiered up, it's going to absolutely smash isolated damage to the point it's like 5 times stronger than your actual weapons damage. I've never known a secondary gun or a secondary effect of a weapon be stronger than the actual weapon. Not known that. The actual weapon is usually one that's the most powerful, and the secondary effect of that weapon is usually weaker. Let's take a nuclear bomb. The primary detonation of a nuclear bomb is that big fireball at the beginning, obliterating within, say, 1 mile. That's the primary, and that's the heavy damage. The secondary damage is outside that 1 mile for the further 5 miles, where people are either got 3rd-degree burns, 1st-degree burns, radiation poisoning, they've lost their hair, buildings are damaged, like that. That's secondary damage, but it's not primary. It's not more powerful than the initial detonation. So I really don't get where Scopely got off with making isolated damage, the secondary damage, more powerful than the primary that is supposed to be based off. Somebody seriously screwed the pooch at Scopely. Really screwed it. So Scopely modified strike teams in case of the Explorer crew. It's not that bad. Finally kicking that stupid Atika. Yeah. I don't know if I will just yet. I mean, I've not really had them do much at the minute, but yeah. Harmonica dropped Atika long ago. TOS Kirk, Wayun, Pon, Worf, Trinity Synergy. Oh, okay. Loop. Yeah, definitely loop. But anyway, so right, my Augur's actually lost against that Sentry. Yeah, 5's probably not the best thing on the bridge. So what I've seen there is that Janeway, Giorgio, Tal is your best combination on the bridge of a ship. Now, go back through chat a minute because I wanted to see Janeway. Not that one. There was one a little bit further back than that. Here we go. Pike was the next one. You will lose full synergy though with Wayun if you remove one of the rares. 60% chance to proc. Going to be hard to work for Ransom's ability and for officers needing morale. No, because apparently he's supposed to synergy correctly with Wayun. So yeah. So you know that the list of things the player hates or wants less of. Let's give them the entire arc of exactly those things. James, that's pretty much what they most likely did discuss. Yeah, T. Apparently, ransom and pull-ups is meant to be. They're meant to actually replace that crapper card. So in this case, for the explorers, ransom replaces the Gem Hadar, but it still keeps that full synergy because they are initially, in fact, part of the strike team. So let's actually jump into the officers. This is going to be a completely random setup for tonight's stream. I'll tell you that much. I could probably go on for hours going on about all this. So let's go on the group. But then again, if I go on for hours, I'm not going to have much content for the rest of the month. So And if we're the bloody strike teams. I hate this. Data, Mavri, Freeman. Here we go. So, here we go. Now, Golden Cat, Andy pull-ups. That doesn't seem correct. I know, it doesn't, does it? But look at that down there. Interceptor strike team. Interceptor strike team. So, who's he replacing off the Interceptor strike team? Well, Golden Cat is a command officer on the Interceptor strike team. Pull-ups was the engineer. Demar is the engineer. No, not a lot of players probably would have read it, but he will go full synergy and allow the likes of Ducat to maintain that 100% less 100% to hull breach. Don't worry, T. That's what us content creators are for, because Scopely can't be asked to tell you the stuff, can they? It's like I learned the cruise for this within 40 minutes of going after these hostiles. 40 minutes, and I've learned what particular crews actually seem to be working. I disseminate it through my alliance. I put it in the Discord. There you go. And I don't know how many other players actually figured out the crews. So I don't know how many other players actually went in and experimented, but I'm sure there would have been thousands of players who actually went in and did their own experiments. Because that's the one thing about our communities, whether it's my community, DJs, Revs, we're all in each other's communities. We're learning something from pretty much all the sources we got, from the players, from the CCs, all sorts. So it doesn't matter where we are. We're going to find something out eventually. So, wish they didn't synergy with strike teams, but that's just me. No, I don't wish they did. For God's sake, he's a freaking animation character, for God's sake. Why is he going to stick with Mark Almo? Why? Why put a freaking cartoon character up with flesh and blood? But it's Scopely logic for you. Well, I don't know what else you can say, really. So yeah, they'll synergy. But anyway, so 5 of 11's scrap my ship. Yeah, okay. So that's a repair bill. So I mean, what's a repair bill? It's only 658.3 thousand tritanium. So right, let's get that repaired then. But one crew I am going to try is I'm going to try out that Pike one as well. Now, Hugo, I believe it was Hugo Pike. I believe you are saying the original Pike, I believe. Are you saying the original Pike for this ship? This doesn't sound like approaching Navarra. Oh, it is. It is. Cartoon thing doesn't bother me. It's the fact that it makes it easier for a choice of players to swap out rather than lose the proc chances for hull breach on round. Yeah, exactly. But the one thing is, you've also got to think about what. Excuse me. What you're losing by taking Demar off that just to put Hansen on. Not Hansen. Pull-ups. So I wanted 100% uptime and simulated a max tile. Right, so you're on about that Pike then, aren't you? You're on about that one. So I'm going to leave that there for you to answer. Let me know if that's the one. Pike was just a test. Yeah, guess what, mate? I'm still going to test it. I've got no problem with that. Exactly. There should be a penalty for the op nature of the ability for so much ISO damage. Yeah. And that is the one thing Pull-ups and Ransom are going to offer in their respected areas, is they are going to offer that increased isolated damage over their ability. You got better results with Janeway. Well, I think that just says it all then, doesn't it? Literally says it all. Because the one thing is, you go as well, you're not the only players. Literally confirmed the crew loadout that I recommend, I put out there. I've had it from a couple of players in my alliance, a couple of other players saying, yeah, it works. So just try the solos. They spread the rewards across 3 ships cargo. Okay. So, right. Now, because obviously we don't use them for armadas, what I'm going to do is jump here quickly, assign officers. So, get my crew out. Straight 400% already. Wow. I didn't actually notice that before. So, let's pick 1 health officer. And we're going to go with Krell. Oh, in fact, I'll tell you what. No, not Krell. Piss off. The bloody... I hate touchscreen. I hate touchscreen. So, and then I want attack. So, Gorkan, can't use. So, there we go. So, that gives me some nice little stats there. So, let's go and have some fun. Now, I'm going to guess that these are a minute and a half. Oh, wow. I got another. Yeah. So, let's have a look at the events that we've actually got this month. And see how much fun we got. So, we're kicking off with worms for the Battle Pass. God, I love worms. So, here's your maneuver, your dragon ship. Events, build it, heroic. Upgrade it, heroic. Can't complain. And then you got an SLB as well, which ranked 34th. Okay, that's not bad. What have I done? Oh. Oh yeah, I killed those other ones earlier before the arc started, so I can literally go out and blow some of these up. I mean, obviously I'm going to be taking on one of these, the level 40, so I'm going to get 1,000 points out of that. So let's just have a quick look at the solo leaderboard. Why not? Let's see what we're aiming for to get top place. Guess who's going top very shortly? That's all I can say with that one. If I beat this thing, I'll be going straight to the top. So, and the reward is, I mean, to be honest, right, I do actually like that frame. I do actually like it. But the reward's not too bad neither. 24 billion par steel, 24 billion in tokens. So, a fair whack of materials as well. Okay. To be honest, I really could do with the titanium. That's what I really could do with. But, hey-ho. Can't ask for too much, can we? So, I could literally just spend some time going around blasting a load of hostiles. But it's going to be those solo armadas that's really going to kick it into place. Oh, here we go. Right. I've sent the wrong... Right, what crew have I got on there? Oh, I've got Pike, haven't I? Right, so... I don't know how this is going to work. This is going to be an interesting one. So I've got 1 sentry. And there he is. So I'm going to send the auger in after him. Hey, Matt, welcome in, mate. How does it feel to be in Apex now? I'll tell you what, mate. It's a better pace for me. I like it. It's the pace. It's the kind of pace I like. More structure. Bit more focus on events and working together to actually get things done. I mean, other alliances I've been in, we all work together and everything, which has been brilliant. But this one's, wow. Pike's just done flipping better than 5 of 11. Bloody hell. By the way, getting the new ship to complete the heroic event, you'll need to get 3,100 ship parts. No clue how that's going to be possible without the extra pack on top of the one. Yeah. I ain't got a clue, mate. Yeah, I've seen you. I've seen you in chat a couple of times. You struggle so much, Matt. Matt, if you check out the Discord, mate, I'll put some crew formation, crew loadouts in there, and if they can help you, that's brilliant. I know for a fact then I've done my job pretty well. Right, I've just realised something. Still nothing. Oh, okay. That's strange because the only one I've got high is actually Giorgio. You can't kill him. Okay, don't worry. We can work on that one. Right. I need to get this little bit done quick, sheepish. Where the flipping heck is it? There it is. Too far down. Way too far down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop that there. And I'm going to use Discovery itself. Right, okay, so there it is. I'm going to use Discovery itself to intercept it and blow the damn thing up. You're going to try the auger now? Yeah, as I say, I can't remember what tier your auger's at, mate. Right, so now the Enterprise has arrived. Now, obviously, we'll just quickly mention this as well. At the start of combat, it increases its isolated damage by 30%. Holy Christ. No problem, James. Thank you for joining us, and take care, buddy. I'm back going to try my Enterprise with Kirk, GG, and Tal. Oh, okay. Morale, keep your shields up. Yeah, okay. 8 with cargo to do before 9. Hey, Nuts, welcome in. Just noticed you in chat there, mate. What quiz are you running on the auger? Well, I will just show you the auger that this was the quiz that is mentioned in chat, and I've managed to kill one. Oh, you meant Barkman? Better results. Okay, that's good. Miles for warp speed below deck. Yeah, why not? Unfortunately, in a minute, Miles is currently occupied. So now these things obviously cost 500 directives, one of the most expensive commons in the bloody game. So let's have a go. But Nuts, the crew that I primarily put out there earlier today was Janeway as captain, Giorgio, or you could use Nero if you really wanted to, and Tal on your bridge. Tal is going to be the key against these things. He is going to be the key against these things. Seriously? I got another one coming after me? Come on, quick. I need to get in before this thing intercepts me. I don't think I'm going to make it. Oh, I'm not even sure what ship it's going after. I didn't catch. No, it's going to. Ship B. Bollocks. Right. Too late. Too late. I'm not. Really? As if it's bad enough to stuck another Armada in, and now you've got to contend with this cunt. What a bloody piss take. What a piss take. 500 directives, and the fucker sends a killer after you while you're doing your Armada. What a pissing joke. just to make the situation worse. Yeah, don't worry, Hugo. We'll go in for the combat log. I want to know how much damage I did to this thing. Because when the bar came up, it didn't look like a lot of damage whatsoever. Now, so having the interceptor there and Mars to give me those extra shots. Got to do the tail shake with all 3 ships. Yeah, you're going to have to. Because that was just ridiculous, that. Absolutely ridiculous. Now, luckily, you will get a fair whack of Armada directives in the Battle Pass. But a cost of 500 each. Yeah, alright then. So, that is just crap. That's bloody annoying, that. Absolutely bloody annoying. So, but anyway, let's go have a look at the Battle Pass. I mean, just how many things does Scopely want us to burn about this arc? Really? Are they really that daft? They want us to burn everything? Are they really that daft? Don't know what that is, but we'll get rid of that one. Didn't sound right starting. So, we're starting off, obviously, odd numbers are going to be the resources and materials. Apparently, the Battle Pass has received a boost as well. The Metaphasics have also received a boost as well this month. So, there is that. As a way of sourcing the ship, yeah, try next month, mate. That's when we're going to find out. We'll find out next month. And then we'll find out it's going to be 200 days. Which apparently DJs turned around and said, no, that's ridiculous. You can't ask a player to grind for 2/3 of the year just for a bloody ship. So hopefully he'll make some headway while he's out there. So what we've got coming, well, we've got Mariner, we've got Cal, we're going to get your first blueprint on the free path, and you're going to get some assignment speed ups. Overjoyed. And then obviously below deck you're going to get another 5 shards. They're your first 6 shards until literally the last run, when you're going to get 4 shards in the free path, and then you're going to get 90 in the elite. That's going to give you your unlock. Barely touched the ship with the auger. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, Matthew, I'd probably just hold off doing them then if you can't hit them. Don't waste titanium, mate. It's not worth the effort. So next up, we've got Billups giving you a couple of blueprints and your event tickets. Now, your event tickets are all sourced in the free path of the battle pass. All 9 free tickets are going to be sourced here. There's going to be nothing in your gift section this month. So there's not going to be a chance of getting that extra one each weekend. No, sorry. All here. The Arc Runner, who I believe is called Maurice, apparently he's going to be doing a video coming up soon on a specific feature. So we'll see what happens with that one. One of the funniest moments of today was someone telling Rev what DJ said, and Rev was like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Because Rev is that pissed off with this arc. He's that pissed off. And I don't blame him. I literally don't blame him. He will go vent it all out on Twitch. Because obviously he uses YouTube primarily to teach and help advise. So he wants to keep it within the remit. Me, I prefer to go a bit further, and I will use profanities. But I'll keep it within a reasonable level. So which means the video can still be monetized when it eventually gets there. Do I like Lego? Yes, I do. I do like Lego. Don't get to play with it as much with a 3-year-old who likes to shove stuff in his mouth. So, yeah. We got one of these sensory packs of Team U, if you've actually heard of Team U. If any of you have got wives, girlfriends, partners, you've most likely heard of Team U by now, because they're always on it. Trying to play this feed your fish and doing this farmland, just to get some free items. Well, we got some of these free items. In fact, no, I don't think it was Team. I think it was a TikTok thing. But they came with tiny Rubik's Cubes. My son likes to break them. He's broke all 3 kids once, including his own. But yeah. So anyway, enough of that. But yes, I do like Lego. But obviously, I don't have it in the house at the minute because it's not safe. Really, it really is not safe. Next up, obviously on the next events, we've got some Syndicate XP along with some faction credits. Now, bear in mind, there are going to be 2 runs of the Syndicate event this month. The first one, I believe, is going to be Monday next week for 2 days. So plan your Syndicate out accordingly because the calendar is available. We will touch on the calendar and go through it. Obviously, Lube has done a video about the calendar and where to strategically plan. So I would recommend that you go check that video out as well. Like I said, I was watching it just before I went live. So I've got the general gist of where he was going. So we will look at the calendar. Obviously, with the Elite line, you can pretty much see what there is. You got Ransom, Biomatter, you got Bells, you got Canisters. Woo! You got 3 summons of the Canisters. In fact, I'll tell you what, as an extra thing, let's throw Neelix in tonight on the summoning. I've been meaning to do a video on that one, but I keep spending my summoning in the mornings instead of waiting till the evening. So I keep messing up. Trial Bells on Milestone 8, along with some independent credits. Nice to see them making a return. The independent credits. The Trial Bells I couldn't give a 2 shits about because, in all honesty, right, I really don't particularly care about the... Yeah. The only thing that is actually worth anything of the Court of Q is the extra boost that it gives you from level 15 upwards. That is it. The rest of it, I don't give 2 hoots about, literally. So, Tindy's also making an appearance along with some more uncommon tickets. Like I said, all these tickets are sourced on the free-to-play line this month. So here's your next 3. So that's now 60. Got some premium ice. Is that premium ones? Was it premium? Yes, it is premium artifact tokens in, as well as some fusion rods, because we all love those fusion rods, don't we? You got some skill points as well on the Elite line. Yee! Rare Formation and Marders. There's going to be 2 runs of that, 2 48-hour runs, which the first one is going to be on Wednesday or Thursday this week. So watch out for that one. Obviously, it's going to give you some extra skill points as well. Rare Formation on the Elite line, giving you not even a full pull. Yay! Just what we need. Next up is pull-ups on the free line, along with 4 Sam Rutford shards as well. Yay! And then you got Bulmer and Ransom on the Elite line. Then you've got 350 more shipyard directives. So that's going to give you 1 full armada. Was the 150? No, the 150 was on the Elite line. So, yeah, you will need to spend the Elite, at least the $20 or £20 to actually get it. And also, you'll end up with a full formation, Rare Formation armada. Yay! So, as you can tell, I'm very enthusiastic about a lot. And then obviously at the end you've got Carl Freeman, which is going to give you your badges as well, your officer badges for your command, engineering, etc. And also you're going to get the hailing frequency on the Elite line. And also Mariners, Beckett's also in here with 3 shards on the Elite line with some more biomatter too. So that's the battle pass. Not particularly too bad in all honesty. It's nice the fact they're going to give us a... Okay, yes, I was going to say free. It's not free. Not free. You've got to spend. Unless you want a free battle pass off one of the other content creators. But yes, a chance to get Carol Freeman. So the only time I can use the word free is actually in her name. But like I said, you will need to spend. So that is a big negative on that one. All right, night Matthew. Thank you for joining the stream, buddy. Next up, we've got a lower decks meta as well, which this is running for 7 days. So keep an eye out for that one. You're going to have just box standard SMSs, pretty much from what I understand. This one, you're going to score points by going to kill the Texas class ships, the hostiles and the sentries. Or you could literally just go out and kill 100 targets. To be perfectly frank, 100 targets is literally not a problem. Make sure your shield fed up with defense. Yeah, believe it or not, Matthew, I nearly got raided today. 300 came after me, but I actually, strange thing happened. I got an actual base hit notification smack bang when it happened. When it actually happened, I actually got a notification off Scopely. Oh, a win for today. So, but then again, his Vorchad just blew up on my base. I saw that he didn't get through. A tier 3 Vorchad. It was only a tier 3, so it's a baby one. But again, he still didn't get through. And then obviously, apparently there's some supply ships out there. Not seen them yet. But these will give you 10 points. And what you're going to get out of this is dilithium and gas as rewards. Also, now, if you are interested in what Scopely have got planned for the 5th anniversary, don't ask me because I haven't got a flipping clue. No clue. But they're planning something. So hence the reason why we have these credits. What are they planning? More currencies. That's what they're planning. More currencies. They're going to give us a 5-year anniversary credit. Yay. I'm guessing that these are going to appear in the lower decks meta on all the SMSs as a guess. So by all means, go out there and make sure that you do collect them ready. Free epic officer like last time? No, in all honesty, Damien, I think they're going to go something a little bit bigger, a little bit better than a free epic officer. Now, don't get me wrong, a free epic officer is awesome. It is awesome. Providing it's an officer you haven't already got. Hey, Matt, welcome into the stream, buddy. So, now this one, I believe, is the one that's got the titanium in it. I've got to wait 7 days to actually get this titanium. So, but you're going to get the avatar for the new Texas class. But as you can see from me, it's 1.3 billion titanium. So that will go towards upgrading my Newton when I finally do get it. I do have the Newton coming this month. So that's going to be a big one. So I am going to get a ship this month, whether it's going to be the Minerva, Scopely are kind enough to give me the ship. They won't. Or it will be the Newton. So there you go. So that's the meta. Perks of the Rogue as well. Heroic SMS, which is basically spending on the primes, must be the new ship. You know, Matt, that's actually not a bad shot. That is not a bad shot. I would actually take that bet. I would. I would not be surprised if they're going to give it away in the 5th anniversary. So, I mean, we'll look at the ship of literally what we can do in looking at the ship. So, yeah. Also, this month we've got the multiphasic hunter, basically spending 100 blueprints. No, mate, it's 200. It's 200. There's a pack in the in-app store with 200 blueprints in it. So unless you're able to buy 2 of the damn things, yeah, no, I think it's 200 blueprints, this thing. But like I said, we'll look into that in just a moment. So, yeah, so go out, spend your metaphasic tokens if you've actually got any. Obviously, the gift could be 100 blueprints. I tell you what, Mike, if it's 100 blueprints, I am not going to be a happy bunny. And I don't think a lot of players are going to be happy bunny neither. 100, you've asked us to work for 2 solid bloody months, and all you're giving us 100 bloody blueprints? Yeah, I think that would be the ultimate letdown if they actually did that, because it would be for me, if that's what it is. So, but yeah, so go spend your multiphasics. So have fun. I'm sure it is spend. So Oh no, it's just acquire, sorry. It's acquire. But again, this is going to be a spenders one, because for those of you who do buy the $20 battle pass, you're not even going to make it to the second milestone. Literally, you're not going to make it. Even buying a $100 pack won't get you to the happier than wait for the 194. No, to be honest, mate, I'd rather have the one blueprint per day, or in this case, 2 blueprints a day. I'd rather grind it out over 100 days. Whereas 100 days, well, actually in about 84 days, 82 days is around about the 5th anniversary. But yeah, so $100 pass will only get you to the second milestone, because obviously it's 19,000 now, I think I saw. Or was it 17,000? I think it was 17,000 I saw now for the $100 pass. So $100 packs. So yeah, and then to get to the top, yeah, you got to buy 300. It's going to cost you $300 or 300 quid to do this. But it's a full pull. It's a full unlock of Odo. So don't knock it. Yeah, we will. Mission Hunters also returned as well for the Mission Key Hunters also returned, giving you Pick Riker for the SMS. The AMS is giving you Pick Wharf, and of course Q's Trials Bells. Yay! So don't forget to go grab all that. Next up is going to be complete your missions. Hey John, welcome in, buddy. It's go complete your missions. Yeah. Tritanium, 19 days to do it. But you need to go complete all these particular missions. Now, I don't know if they are all available in the holodeck yet. If they are, well, we can get them claimed and we can start getting them going. But as you can see, not a bad set. 400 billion Tritanium in tokens. 3.6 billion there. Okay, so you're going to need $320 then. 220 quid. Just to do it. Just... Actually, no. 400. Yeah, it's going to be 400. You might get away with it with 350, but I'd say 400 just to be on the safe side. Yeah, got your artifact gallery up to 43. Nice. I'm not quite sure what mine is at current. I've got 2 very high day level buildings actually in a minute. One's the shipyard, which won't get cleared off until the Newton's ready to be built. You've got your Battle Pass overflow as well, which is actually paying out differently this month because it's not paying out Latinum. Where's my Latinum? I rely on this thing for Latinum at the end of the month. But instead, it's going to be Pasteel and Ore. Pasteel and Ore. But at least I get my broken descending rods. But that's not the point. I want my Latinum. I rely on my Latinum to do my research. I don't know what you guys would rely on your Latinum for. Maybe helping you with your grades for your ships or your buildings. Or maybe your research. It's just, it's just another stupid thing. But that's the events that we've got coming this month. Have I actually done? Oh, I've not actually put my join-ins. Oops. That'll explain why I've not been getting any credits and anything at the minute. So we'll just get these operational. A free treasury. Hey, yeah, it could be possible. Manual at how much more you want. 11, 12 and a half, 19.9. No, 20 point. No, hang on. 19.8 thousand I get per day. That's the concentrated latinum for a tier 9 feature. That's 1,500 latinum for a maxed out Devore. And bearing in mind, these are on 2 chest pulls, those two. And then 7,300 for a tier 5. No, hang on. Am I tier 5? Yeah, I think I am. A tier 5 Voyager pulling the Devore feature chest out the Voyager refinery using the Commerce insignia. Hey Driz, welcome in, mate. Can we fire this Arc Designer now? It's not the Arc Designer. Maybe the Arc Runner. It's Game Design who designed the features and the loops. The Arc Runner just puts them in and then sorts out all the events to go with it, and then has to sort out any problems that follow. And the Arc Runner also decides on your rewards. So that's what the Arc Runner does. But it's ultimately game design. Hey Patrick, welcome in, buddy. That's way more Latinum when I was going up through the forest. Yeah, it is. It is a massive jump. So like I say, I get 19,000 a day. So hey Jerry. Okay, that's me out of juice. But yeah. So luckily you managed to kill one. Nice. 5th anniversary 6-star ship for free. Yeah, just a little bit over the top there, Mark. But that would be nice. That would be nice having a G6 ship. But yeah, definitely not. Pike GG Tal didn't work. It didn't work? Really? Hang on a minute, Nuts. Hang on a minute. I didn't see that come up on the screen this side of me. I've just noticed it on the backlog. It didn't work. How? 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 Right. How did it not work for you, Nuts? How? Mara C. That's a Max Auger. Jerry, who's Mara C? I'm not quite sure who that is. Oh, Mara's captain. Oh, I need to send a crystal miner out. Oh, yeah. Right, yeah. Sorry, I do apologise, Luz. I forgot you was out on the Ops 41. Jerry, you've wasted a slot with Tal. Literally. Who's providing your burning? You've got no burning on that bridge. You've got hull breach. No, you haven't even got hull breach. Yes, well, I was just thinking as well, Hugo, Mara does nothing. Not everyone has a Max G3 Epic. No, they don't. You're not an officer. No, don't worry. I'm just trying to work out how that's worked. And I'll tell you what, I'm actually going to providing They're not on away teams or anything. Right, so there's Kang. He said Mara's captain, didn't you? So, right. So this is what we've got. When fighting interceptors, okay. Okay. But you're not fighting interceptors. You're fighting explorers. Okay. Also ability needs hull bridge, yeah. Let's give it a go. Yeah, let's actually see this on the screen. I'm actually very curious with this crew loadout. Yorga's level 35, and I almost got one, but only with a Cerritos buff. Hey, whatever it takes to actually get that kill, mate. I mean, okay, you didn't get it. That's fine. Maybe Cerritos and Titan, maybe. Exocoms, maybe. Just as an idea to make you cross that line and get that kill. No Titan yet. Okay, so Exocoms. Damage Exocom, using an Augur, so the Battleship Exocom. Yeah. Now, these things do have... Oh, you use the 200% Battleship Excom as well. Ah, right. Why am I using an Augur? One, the Minerva's a battleship. Two, these things are explorers. Battleships eat explorers for breakfast. These things will eat an interceptor for breakfast. So, hell, do not use an interceptor. I was using my Valdor earlier. I don't have a G4 uncommon battleship. I'm saving all those parts for the Newton. So, I got that's too expensive. Yeah, it can be. You're running a new test. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to do one live in. I love doing these tests on stream because they can provide you with so much information. CAF will be an absolute waste. Gala, yeah, I wouldn't bother with Gala in all honesty. Worst result. Yeah, my Valdor was a hell of a lot better. But then again, mine's a tier 6 Valdor with only 2 weapons left to do. So, and obviously, it's 22 million strength. So, right. So the August finally arrived. What prize are we winning this time? Oh, we got that. No, I'm actually going in flat. I'm going in flat on this one. I want to see how much damage we actually do, because I am extremely curious. And because I know for a fact that the Augur's not going to cost me an awful lot in repairs. I was just about to say, I can't even find my sentry. Now, obviously, while that's actually quickly doing that, I will just point out this little ability as well for a ship. When using a battleship against these things, its isolated defense is reduced by 30%. This thing hasn't got isolated defense. Okay, so the Augur's gone bang. So, which is something we kind of expected to happen. Obviously, I didn't use any XComs or anything. So, we just have to make that. I did 20 tests at least. The Augur is cheaper to repair. It is cheaper to repair. And in all honesty, I barely did any damage. Which, I'm sorry to say, is not surprising. It's not surprising. I would love to have seen some more damage on this thing, but again, that was just never going to happen. So, because as we've all said about these officers, the only officer you could probably say anything about is this one, increasing your accuracy, which is no good against an interceptor. Absolutely no good. So, but it's there. So I'm happy to run these little tests. Because it's not going to hurt me too much. So, right. Oh, hello. Didn't mean to do that. Because we've already been in there. Oh, and it looks like lag's starting to kick in as well. Joyful. So, get that repaired. So, how about we jump in and look at the calendar then? Let's see what joys we've been given. When it actually gets there. If it ever gets there. Right, Lower Decks Part 1 then. So, Star Trek's 50th anniversary kickoff, Part 1. With the 5th year anniversary approaching, we're starting to celebrate now. To celebrate this amazing milestone, we want to celebrate with all you commanders who have made this journey possible. Tune in to our kickoff live stream on September the 7th at 11 a.m. PST to find out more. Guess who's running that live stream? That'll be DJ. That'll be DJ. Oh, blooming hell. So, yeah. So, 11 a.m. PST. Let me think. That's going to be what? 7 o'clock UK time. 7 o'clock UK time, which for CET will be 6 o'clock, I think. Cheers, Jerry. I'll have a look at that screenshot in a bit. Yeah, so I think it's about 6 p.m. CET, 7 o'clock UK time. I know it's 7 o'clock UK time, give or take. It's about 8 hours between us and Pacific. But yeah. What shall we lost? Okay. Oh, monkeys. Here we go. So, here we go then with the events. So, there's your battle milestone points. Obviously, if you noticed them while I was actually going through the milestones, you notice what points you actually need for most of them. So, non-battle pass specific events. Obviously, complete new missions, which is running through the entirety of the arc. Where the real action happens. SMS. I completed Lower Decks events. That's what the event is called. How stupid can you actually get some days? I didn't even notice that. So obviously that's completing the Cerritos events. So you got Attack Pattern Delta, which is your first one, which is obviously destroying the Texas class ships and regular hostiles. Just an implant where you're going to go after the freebooters. So yeah, you might want to save your freebooter dailies until after that's actually clicked over and kicked in. Next up is cost benefit analysis, which is mining resources and materials. Yay! Get your miners out just before event reset. Get them, mine a full node, get it ready, scored straight away. You might even complete the event when it sets over. So that'll be a quick event to be done in like 2 seconds. We'll always have Tom Paris defeating Herodian and lost hostiles in the Delta Quadrant. Yay! Oops, we did it again. Oh my god. Oh no, that's not oops, is it? That's dupes. Dupes. We did it again. Still, Britney Spears. Yeah. She smelled a wet fart. Okay, that was the version that we used to sing as when I was a teenager. I'm talking about 25 years ago now. 25 years ago. Jesus. In this one, you got to kill Federation and Klingon hostiles. Woohoo! And then you got Leg Day on the 10th of September, which is kill Cardassian Armadas. Now, quick pub quiz for you. Leg Day. Where could they have possibly pulled that particular title from? Drop your answers in the comment section. Where do you think they pulled Leg Day? Leg Day. For the Cardassian Armadas. The hints in the name. Next up is Second First Contact on the 11th. Hey, High Tone, welcome in, buddy. So this one is completing away teams and spending trait XP. Woohoo! And then you got then we switch in. So that's all the events for the Cerritos for the lower decks meta. Ending off on away teams, so that's not too bad. So we've got mining, plenty of hostile kills. Yay! Now just thought of an issue here. Lag day. No, not lag day. The hint is leg. Leg. What does leg and Cardassians have in common? Okay, there's another way around to put it to find out what it is, and this is where I think they pulled that title from. No, freak event, don't know. It doesn't work again. Can't explain. Maybe damage target. I did not see. Okay, Jerry. Very random. But no. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. How many players at Ops 10 can join faction Armadas, let alone Cardassian Armadas? How many players Ops 10 can join Cardassian Armadas? How many players Ops 10 can reach the Delta Quadrant? How many players can reach the Delta Quadrant at level 10? I think the Archon has screwed the pooch a little bit here. This is not... I don't think this has been checked. You hope none. Yeah. I think I'm gonna pull this up after the stream and say, right, with the events, how do you know? Too many super secret questions. I think you are the Riddler, Pegasus. No. Right. Okay. So we're not many of you are getting the answer. Right. There's a Cardassian rank, one of the highest ranks in the Cardassian military. A legate. Legate. Leg day. Legate. Cardassians. Legit. So, oh, sorry, legate. Leg on. Yeah, there's different ways, but sounds Swedish. Mark, it's not the Borg. It's not First Contact. It's second first contact. Well, yeah, right. So, okay, let's move on then. Vessel Raider, solo leaderboard. This is your formation armadas. Yay! This is going to run 3 times, starting on Thursday. Yes, it starts on Thursday. Doesn't have the same ring as Gull Ducat. No, that's the one thing I always found with Ducat in DS9. When he called himself a legate, it just didn't jive right, because we all knew him as Gull Ducat. So, but then again, how many times do you know Captain Kirk as Ensign Kirk? Just not something we're familiar with, is it? Seagull Ducat. Well, he tried to steal power, didn't he? Better than stealing your chips. So, well, actually, no. I think I'd rather lose my chips than lose power. But hey ho, that's just me. But anyway, so Vessel Raider is going after your formation Armadas. 3 runs on this on the 7th, the 14th, and the 21st, all lasting 48 hours. So make sure you save them up. Obviously, work with your alliance to make sure that you'll be able to run as many as possible. But bearing in mind that you do have 3 runs of this, and you will only source 1 uncommon per week or 1 rare every 2 weeks. So just bear that in mind. Also starting on Thursday is an SLB for this belongs in a museum. Again, these are going to run alongside solo leaderboards and alliance leaderboards. Obviously, Vessel Raider for the formation mods is a leaderboard as well. So it's entirely up to you if you actually want to partake in that one. Belongs in a museum, rare, uncommon, and epic artifacts, and using artifact tokens. So it's all centered around your artifacts and boosting them up. On the 19th, you've got Cerritos Strong Alliance board, which is spending recruit ultra tokens. So get saving, guys. Help your alliance out with saving these tokens up and spending them all on the 19th. Or better yet, why not wait until event change on the 24th, just before event change, and spend them all in one go? Okay. Shade's just put a screenshot in. Shades, if you're in chat, pipe up now, because I know you're chatting on YouTube is different to Discord name, and I keep forgetting which way around, which one it is I'm looking for. Okay, so on Saturday, you have Ransom's Recruit. It's going to be the only one he's going to be available in. So you're going to have the Heroic SMS. And, yeah. And you're going to have the SLB, spending G3 or higher. You're the Shards, yep. Shades. You're the Shades. So, yeah. G3 materials or higher. For the SLB, obviously, Armada directives as well. They're rare and epic as usual. Now, what I would probably recommend is do not spend any Armada directives in these material spends at the weekends, because there are various Armada events this month. There are various Armada events, so make sure you save them. Just save them. Obviously on the 16th and the 17th as well, Pull-Ups has also got his material spends. Again, I would not recommend spending those directives. Save them for the various Armada events. Perks of the Rogue AI, again, that's going to be running all month. 20 and above, that's getting those 2 primes that I've already mentioned earlier as well in the stream. Hesperian events, build the ship. Again, that's lasting the whole arc. upgrading it is lasting until Monday, or sorry, Tuesday event change. So yeah, that's just upgrading the new ship by tiers. Powered by Dragon's Blood, the SLB, which is basically taking on those armadas or destroying the Texas hostiles. There's going to be 3 runs of this. Obviously, it started now, ends on Thursday event change. And then obviously the next one is going to be on on Tuesday the 12th and then Tuesday the 19th as well. So just watch out for them. But they are for level 40 plus players as well. Hesperian trivia. Answering questions on the Hesperian. How good is your lore on it? Mine's none. How many did I build? None. I've not built one. A Prince's Quest. I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name. Score points by completing his quests. So I'm guessing that's going to be another meta. Yes, it's an absolute money ball, mate. But if you want to drop $100 into one of the pay links, I'll gladly go buy it and put it on show. So yeah, there's my pitch for it. Or better yet, it's my son's birthday on the 7th on Thursday. So yeah, we're going to be taking him to the water zoo, as he likes to call it, on Friday. So Fuel the Dragon engines, basically going out mining to score. Purge the Plague the following day is going to be taking on Swarm Hostiles. Woo! We get to go hit the swarms again. Vanish the Undead, which is going after the probes or hostiles. Now, finally, they've actually put all hostiles in there, which means the level 10 players can at least actually do that event. Bolster the ranks, spending officer intel and faction credits on officers. Yay! So basically, tiering up your officers. Crush your enemies, Klingon or Romulus hostiles. So that's basically going to be the Romulus hostiles for me. And slay the dragons, which is going to be destroy Jem'Hadar hostiles. Storm the castle. Automatic shipyard solo armadas. And that's on the 24th of September. Yay! I'm guessing that's one I won't be doing. Can you set up a Venmo? Yes, I can actually have a look into Venmo. Spare me 2 seconds. VEMMO. Right. It's saying it's not available on Google Play or in my region. Okay, Matt, no worries, mate. Thanks for joining the stream. So, yeah, so apparently, yeah, I can't do a Venmo because it's not available in my area. All this wonderful technology and it's restricted by areas. But then again, I'm not surprised in a minute given the fact that the UK apparently doesn't consider itself part of the world. No worries, Haito. Special events coming up this month as well. We've got the Galactic Beacon of Positivity. Yay! Scoring this event by completing another series of SMSs. Space Race. Space Race. Night, Paul. Thank you for joining the stream, buddy. Score by increasing your power or spending ship XP. Yay! Power boost all starts next Thursday. Yay. Devon 500 qualifying. Rialto Racing. So we've got the... Oh no, Hightown, don't worry, don't worry. I won't be spending on this arc. Literally. No. That comes out of my own pocket, that one. That money's already set aside for it. Yes, we have the Rialto Racing coming back, which is pretty much fly your Rialto around the system, avoid other players from shooting you, and score points. Now, there is going to be the qualifying session. There's going to be 2 separate days for it, the 15th and the 16th, which is Friday, Saturday next week. So, and then on Sunday, there will be the final, which obviously is pretty much the same thing that was ran last month. So, yeah, get your Rialtos out, put your speed crews on, and have a little bit of fun running around the system for 5 minutes. The qualifiers, you have to score in the top 25 of just one of them. Just one. That's it. You don't have to do all of them. Just the one. And then obviously the final, yeah, you'll score in what I think is the top 50. I think it was last time. Score in the top 50 to actually get yourself some more points. Luckily, this time it's going to be based on, I'm presuming, resources and materials on your position in leaderboards, but not event store currency. But you never know, they might put some more 5th anniversary tokens in it, tickets in it. Syndicate assessment. So we've actually got an announcement telling us that our syndicate events, when they're running, it starts on Monday the 11th, and then the next one is on the Wednesday the following week. So again, this is getting Syndicate XP, and you'll basically get some officer shards as well. 2 different officers. What they're going to choose this month, I don't know. Armada attack. 2 separate events, spending Armada directive solo and regular only. So make sure you save up enough directives to go out and do that. It is an SMS. Level, not quite sure because there isn't a level on it, but there is a heroic solo milestone. So probably best up, save up quite a few and then run them. So basically, yeah, just don't run any Armadas until Monday, really. Cosmic Cleanup is also making a return every Saturday, which it's not making a return because it runs every Saturday anyway. So, yay. Didn't really need reminding about that one because it's a weekly event. Are they going to remind us about every Monday for Latinum Mining? Every Thursday for Apex Thursday? No. Why would they do silly things like that? Jellyfish Pursuit, for those of you going after the blueprints for the jellyfish, is going to be on the 20th and the 21st, which I believe is going to be week 2 of the arc. I think. No, week 3 of the arc. Week 3 of the arc on the Wednesday and Thursday. So, watch out for that one for players 36 to 42. And obviously you can't build it anyway until you get to Ops Shipyard 39 anyway. So Jellyfish Balls making 2 appearances as well this month on this. So tomorrow we've got Jellyfish Ball, and then on the final week of the month arc. But next week on Wednesday the 13th we have Parabellum, basically destroying hostiles in the capital systems as usual. We've got some Fleet Commander events coming up, so save up those quantum communicators and all the other stuff. We've got the Champion. Score by spending Fleet Commander XP, quantum communicators and credits. Also score in this event by refining uncommon skill points and rare skill points. Unlocking new Fleet Commanders. Yay! Fleet Commander Janeway TOA Hunt is going after the Q's trial, so watch out, that's coming around again, an SMS. And then she's also got a mining for materials and resources. 7 of 9 against the Gem Hadar, so killing more Gem Hadar. And 7 of 9 against the Eclipse hostiles. Yay! Locutus hostile hunt on the 13th. and Spock Explorer, Kirk Battleship. So, yeah. And that concludes all the events that we're going to have this month. It looks a pretty steady month. I think there are a couple of busy days in there. But other than that, it's not particularly that bad. But we'll see what happens. It looks like it's pretty much the same events over and over again. But that's what it is. Oh, we have an away team. Don't know why I did that because I usually leave them till morning. But let's claim it. Let's just see what we get. I don't know what mission it's going to be. We hit a crit. Nice. Ultra recruit tokens going to be saved, ready for that alliance leaderboard. So, yee! Oh, we got an artifact as well to do. Ooh. Do you find it interesting when you start finding these things very... Oh, is that it? It's the data rods. Okay. So nothing highly important, then just increasing my mining speed. Yay. I hope they fix the lines for the ticket. No, Dave, don't count on it. The last announcement about it was saying they are aware of it and that it will be fixed in the hot fix next week. Yeah. So, yeah. All fun and games. So, right now, what I did mention about this building earlier. Oh my God, lag's really kicking in now. Oh yeah, so it's the critical bonuses and everything of Q. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not particularly too fussy about that. I'm doing pretty well against the hostiles as it is. So that's the calendar. We've covered the battle pass, the events, oh yeah, we're gonna have a quick look at the maneuver itself, aren't we? So we can have a quick look at that. So as I said, it is a battleship. Yay! And there we go. $200 blueprints. $200 blueprints. Yeah. Are they taking the proverbial piss? I mean, I understand the faction ships needing a large amount of blueprints. But really, every other independent ship that they put in has never been more than 100 blueprints. Let's check its details out. So its DPR is 1 million. Yay! And you can see that its primary focus is shield piercing at 230,000 damage, and armor piercing and accuracy is both just below 30,000. 12% chance of critical hit, critical damage at nearly 300%. So that's pretty good. Obviously, that's going to be offset with your research as well, and depending on what officers you've got on board. So, yeah, not particularly too bad. Defense. It's obviously got the strong armor. They went to lengthen out the free-to-play grind for it to encourage spending. Yeah. And Tone, I highly agree with that. I really highly agree with that. It's the worst thing they could have done. Absolutely the worst thing they could have done. Well, then again, what do we know as players? What do we know about adequate sourcing? That the player, where we know where the spenders are really going to spend. Yeah. So, but anyway, dodge is obviously quite slow. Is it slow? Quite low. And shield deflection, obviously, not much. It's only a little bit higher. Hull health is just under 9 million. It's got a shield health of 5 million. Obviously, again, that's going to be affected by your various researches and everything. So watch out for that. Impulse speed is 109, so again it is going to be a slow ship. And it kicks out the dock with a warp range of 85 and a warp speed of 31.5. Cargo base 78,000 with protected cargo of 11,500. Again affected by research. So yeah, reasonable ship. Its ability is to take on the new Texas class ships or ships with a DAL tag. Now, from what I've heard, this thing does max out a whoppingly high figure. It goes from Ops Shipyard 40 all the way up to Ops 60 through 12 tiers. So that's 20 levels it's got to cover. So expect this thing to be level locked. I'm going to say on average every 2 to 3 levels it will most likely be locked. So yeah, when you finally do get this thing commissioned, you're going to have plenty of time to save up most likely all the special parts that it's going to need. But as well, this is going to take your battleship parts. So if you are working on any battleships at the current, and you're in high G4 or you're in the G5 region, watch out, it's going to take those parts. In the G5 region, I would probably recommend, just a suggestion, keep it at the G4 level. Keep it at the G4 level while you sort out those G5 ships. And then once you've got the spare parts from the G5 area, send it up. That's my recommendation. I won't give this thing any love until I've got the Newton where I want it to be, because the Newton's going to become my primary ship. So this is a thing that's only going to pop out once every so often. Yeah, that's all. I mean, hell, I might just leave the Newton out. I might not even bother too much with this ship. But it depends how the refinery goes. And like I said, I can't show too much when it comes to the refinery, because if we actually go into the refinery and we scroll right down to the bottom of the list. Okay, I was hoping that it would actually click over by then. Yay! Right here at the bottom, I've got to build it. So I can't show much at the minute because I haven't actually got anything to show. But from what I've seen on some of the screenshots, it's actually pretty reasonable. I mean, I've got a level 50 player, and I can give you some ideas of some of the payouts that he's seeing. I can tell you at least. State-wise, this ship will not be nearly as useful as the Defiance of Voyager is, as on the lines of the Mantis. Yeah, exactly, Hightone. Exactly. It's just basically a higher version of the Mantis. Right, on the situation with Tal, not affecting hostiles 61 and above. Apparently, it's been there since Neelix was brought out, so it came out last month. Yay. So now, right, so that's the amalgam refinery. We don't want that. Oh my god, have I missed a fair whackage? Now, yeah, that is another thing as well with the Minerva. How many people have noticed how much of a ship it looks like from Futurama? Here we go. Right, so from a G5 player, you're going to have Queen's Favours in your refinery. And this is pulling the NeuroNet chip exchange. Okay. So you're going to get Minerva parts. Told you there's going to be a special part for it. Queen's Favours. They are going to be a guarantee. Then you're going to get an RNG chance of Regal Geode. A Regal Geode. You're going to have a small, medium and large. So you've got them. Right, so let's... Thank you. Right, next up, the next chest is the active net chips. What you're going to get in there is a guaranteed pull of Queen's Favors again. I'm not going to give the figures of what I'm seeing on the screen because they're most likely going to be different depending on your ops level. I don't think these are going to be on your tier of your Minerva. But you'll get some more Regal diodes. Again, a small, medium and large. And you'll also get an RNG chance of some shipyard directives. Some shipyard directives. Wow. If you wanted to run that. Next up is a choice selection. And that's going to be the active net chips, if I'm right. And that's just going to basically give you some Queen Favors. Wow. So there's that one. The next chest you're going to find in there, yeah, there's a lot of them, is the automatic shipyard chest, which is basically going to give you an RNG pull of materials. Hang on, if I turn it that way, I might actually, yeah, there we go. So now there is a common, two different levels of uncommon. So you got one number, and then you've got a higher number. You've got some rares, and you got some epics as well. Okay, so that's for the shipyard one. Queen's Favor, you'll get your Parsteel, Tritanium, or your Dilithium. So that's what you're going to get in this thing. Quite a fair bit. But there it is. Now, something else did come into my head about what I forgot to quickly cover, and I can't remember for the life of me what it is now. It literally just been in my head and it just disappeared. Oh yeah, that was it. The research, because obviously we have more research in the game too, which is what we want. We want more bloody research. We've not even got the previous research up to date yet. But yeah, if you go into your Starships tree, scroll all the way past your Voyager research, you will find this new whack of research. Now, don't look that much really, but it's going to cost you these Regal Geodes. Okay, so these are what you're going to get out of your refinery or from the in-app store. So by all means, get them and do them. Now this one increases the Minerva's Minervines. I will get it, pronounce its name right sooner or later. It's increased warp range, starting off at 10, and it goes up to 300. So okay, not bad. Guessing it's going to be level locked. That's going to open up the next batch of research, which is going to be your isolytic stuff. So you got uncrafted reserves, which is gaining loot from killing the hostiles or armadas with the new ship. So maybe ideal to put this new ship in against those solo armadas. Isolytic dragon scales, increasing isolytic defense when against the new Texas hostiles. So yeah, okay, not bad. And isolytic barrage, increasing damage against all hostiles with the DL tag. Next up for the next level is Starfleet parts salvaging, increasing base broken parts for the various types dropped by hostiles. So that's going to be a nice little boost for you for getting those broken parts in to do your refineries. But again, it's one thing getting all these parts in for the refinery, but the problem is it's getting past the RNG in that refinery. That's the problem. So it's all right allowing us to get all these extra parts, but if we still have got shitty RNG for the pulls, yeah, is not going to be worth jack shit, in all honesty. But again, that's my opinion. Increases the base weapon damage of all ships while fighting other players. So this is more of the PvP one. Yay! Tachyon Battle Surge, increasing isolated damage of all players while fighting other players. So you gotta love that one. Uncommon Armada Cash, increasing base amount of Uncommon Armada credits earned from Armada tags. So that's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. So hang on, is that just the uncommon? Yeah, that's just the uncommon one. Increasing critical base crit damage for all ships when fighting other players. I'm seeing a little bit of a trend here. And then increasing isolated damage of Federation Klingon and Romanian ships when fighting hostiles or Armada targets. So yeah, okay, there's that one. Tachyon Station is increasing isolated damage of all ships against player stations. Rare Armada Cash, that's increasing the rare credits. Now that's going to be ideal for you working on getting those rare directives, the epic directives for the out of the G3 Armada's chest, where you can go for the 6 chest pull, do the G3. Get your Armada directives, better pulls out of there. Get your epic directives for doing the epic Armadas, leading them to get the Armada leader chest, which is going to give you the better odds of the rare tactical course to upgrade your ACC. Pure research reinforcement, which is basically increasing the cost efficiency of the materials. So brilliant, yeah. Not very good when it comes to those spend events, but good in the short term. Epic Armada Cash, well, we know exactly what that's going to be. Pure Station Reinforcement, this is going to be increasing the cost efficiency of materials for upgrading your station buildings. So again, another one that's going to be great to reduce those costs. But again, spending materials for the spend events, not very good with. So just watch out for that one. Interstellar Faction Emissary, increasing the base of Federation, Romanian and Klingon faction points gained when defeating hostiles. So when you're doing your grinding, more chance of gaining those points. So, and then Subspace Quantum Extraction, increasing mining speed. So, yeah. Let me know what you think about this research. Does it hold anything for you? For me, the Armada Cash is not particularly too bad. Again, part salvaging is another one that I would consider, yeah, okay, pretty good. But again, if I get past the refinery pull, RNG, what's the point of having more parts? Because there's no point in me pulling 2 or 3 chests, because it just reduces my RNG a little bit more. So, plenty of PvP action in here as well. So, I'm actually surprised there is no PvP events. I'm actually surprised on that one. But, yeah. So, that's the research. That research is so far away, being months before I get there. Yeah, it will be for me. I won't be touching any of this until I've got the new ship. So, but anyway. That's all there is for this month. Yeah, that's it. Now, I've clearly showed my expression on this month. Showed you what I thought. My reactions to it all. Bit of a shit month. The officers are making PvP now massively OP. I personally don't see what players mean by it's breaking it. No, they're just making it way too powerful, so which basically means other players can't partake. Maybe that's what they mean by broken. The fact that other players, free-to-play players, can't actually participate. They're making the stronger players even stronger. Yeah, and I do agree with that. It's not very free-to-play friendly this month. That's for definitely sure. But I suppose it is what it is. I don't know what else really Scopely will do next month, but it's not filling me with a lot of confidence when it comes to the 5-year anniversary. It's really not filling me with confidence whatsoever. So, but let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we'll end the stream there. It's only 8 minutes earlier than normal, but we've had a blast on breaking, going over everything. Breaking because combat between two, let's say, G5 ships will come down to who engaged combat. Yeah, it will. It literally will come down to who's engaged combat. And as I believe you're the one who's mentioned it, it's literally knocking those combats down to just one round. The first player who shoots wins. For those who follow soccer, it's golden goal. Or shall we say in this one, it's golden shot. Golden shot wins it. Yeah, they won't last through the first round. Absolutely not. I do believe RevJuice showed off a screenshot of some isolated damage from one ship using this crew, and it was on a Sanctus that fired it, and the damage in isolated damage was 4 times greater than the primary damage. But like I said, again, it's like a nuclear bomb going off and the secondary effects of the bomb being stronger and more effective than the primary, where the primary would kill you, destroy all buildings straight away. The secondary effects take longer to kill you. They'll do damage to buildings and everything, but they won't bring the buildings down to the ground. Well, they might do, but they might not. Whereas the primary blast will leave a hole in the ground. There'll be absolutely nothing left. So why is the secondary damage, which in this case is the isolated damage, stronger than the primary shot that fired the damn thing? My one shot from a Sanctus will destroy a similar ship. I throw 7 shots. Yeah, exactly. 7 shots at stupid levels. You literally just blow it. That Sanctus, to put it mildly, will probably take on a maxed out D Pterodex and cane it and absolutely wipe the floor with it. Absolutely wipe the floor with it. So, but I don't know. I really don't know what goes through the game designer's head when they... There we go. When they come out with these ridiculous ideas. Why have we got to go through this continuous thing of power creep? We're just going up, 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 and up. And I believe RevJuice said this once himself. We need to stop doing this and start doing that. Take what we've got already and broaden it for players. We've made a lot of the older content now easy to do. The sweeps, you can do your faction hunts, you can your faction kills, you can do your swarm, all in the space of 7 freebooter kills. 7 ships, 3 minutes work, and you're done. Borg, why is that so difficult, right? If they can put, and this is one thing I actually thought about earlier. It was one of those moments where you were just sat living life up in the bathroom, as you usually do every day, and it just went through my head. We've got augments that chase you around the system. They'll chase you. We've got now Texas class ships, which will chase you around the system. Why doesn't the flipping Borg do it? The one species in Star Trek lore which will chase you because you have warp drive until they ascertain you're not worth the effort. Why are these Borg probes not chasing you around the system so players can actively overnight grind out the Borg? But again, that's something I'll leave you guys to ponder. You sense a compo chest for the mining Borg, but a bit weakened and a bit weakening of the Texas class in the near future. Jerry, no. They ain't going to put out a compo chest for this bug. I'll tell you that straight out. They're not going to put one out. It's not going to be worth their effort to do for a simple bug like this. It's not game breaking. It's all it is basically you think you're still mining when you're not. It just basically means you just got to check your miners regularly, or remember how much was on that node when you actually started mining it. Like in 3.5 minutes, I'm going to be going for a crystal node. Basically, I need to remember how much was on that node when I started it, and if my ship mines more than what was on that node, then yeah, it's a 0 node. It's going to be common sense. I really can't see a compo chest. If they do a compo chest, then I'm wrong. But I really can't see a compo chest coming for this. So, but anyway, so we're at wrap-up time now. Thank you everyone for joining me tonight. We've actually peaked at, I think, about 37 people watching at one point, but that was a lot earlier in the stream. Well, thank you for everyone who stayed to the end. I do appreciate everybody who comes to these streams, everyone who watches my videos as well. If you do want to become a member of this channel, the membership, the join button is available. You will have to go through PC to get it until YouTube find a way to put it on the various other platforms. Otherwise, donation links are in the channel's the live stream's description as well. There's also super chats. I should have mentioned that off the top. So drop a super chat. It'll come up in a nice big blue box. However much you want to donate to that super chat, which will go to the channel. Don't forget to like the stream as well and share with the with your alliance, with your servers, whoever you feel like serving it with. So take care, everybody. I'm Admiral Pegasus. This is the Pegasus Show live. Stay safe, live long and prosper, and I shall catch you on the next Scopely Burning video. Well, actually, it'll probably be more pop content video. Goodbye.